anybody has any questions, feel free to pop them in the chat. Or I'm okay with you interrupting. Just as long as it's not too much. Get me off my game. I'll be like, I'm tap dancing now. Oh,
That's
okay.
fun.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and we will get started then. Okay, so yeah, so this is all being recorded. I'm going to go ahead and mute people so that it's not like to be mean. It's so that let's see if I can do this. There we go. Um yeah, it's not to be mean. It's so that if somebody's dog or something starts barking in the background, then we won't all be like, what's going on? So I can go ahead and mute everybody. But then if you do want to say anything, feel free to unmute yourself at any time. Okay. So can you hear me? Did I mute myself? Okay. I didn't mute myself, did I? Great. Okay, fantastic. All right. All right, so we'll get started. Everybody, welcome. I'm so glad you're all here. Okay, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about myself. I gave a little rundown on the space and what to expect in here. There's likely going to be more people that pop in, and I'll just be letting them in throughout the time that we're here. But so yeah, I've been practicing astrology now for since my teens, but I began taking it a little bit more seriously in my 20s, and then finally decided to get some formal training on the subject during the pandemic through Astrology University, which is amazing. And if anybody's interested in doing some sort of like immersive, big time astrology learning, you could also go to Sonia. Sonia's awesome. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of like astrology programs, but that one's a really good one. So today, I'm interested in psychological and humanistic astrology, and I'm examining the archetypal and mythological aspects for significations and just what things mean basically. And I'm particularly interested in looking for patterns in family charts and studying like epigenetic ties to natural phenomenon. And I'm currently going to school for clinical counseling and art therapy. And besides that, I've been teaching overseas for the past 18 years. And Kathy and I were just talking about that. We used to teach together, and so it's so really nice. It's really nice to see her here. But yeah, taught there for 18 years and decided eventually it was time to get out and start doing things that I really like doing. And yeah, earned certifications in nature-based life coaching and creativity coaching and energetic practices, and working with guides and all of that fun stuff. So, which is where I met Sonia. Hello, Sonia. But yeah, I'm thrilled to be here as I have a passion for helping others discover what truly lights them up when I see people expressing themselves in the way that they came in this world to do. It just really, yeah, it's very inspiring to me, super fun. So, yeah. All right. I see people are going off camera. And again, that's totally fine if you want to be off camera. You don't need to stay on camera. So yeah, I'm going to briefly outline what we're going to talk about today, what you're going to learn, and the transformative potential of this workshop. We're going to be talking about your personal elemental blueprint. We're going to spend some time doing some creative expression with the elements. And we're going to talk about how you can achieve emotional empowerment through astrology's foundational principles. And I'm going to talk a little bit about my upcoming 6-week coaching program that I'm super excited about. But before we get going with that, I have a question for everybody. It's an icebreaker activity, and you can just put your responses in the chat. The question is, are you ready? Which element do you feel most drawn to and why? Go ahead and drop that in the chat. I always lose my chat in these things too. I'm like, wait, where'd it go? Okay, Kathy says air. She loves feeling the light and she likes feeling alive. The wind energizes you. Nice. Very cool. Sonia says water, like naturally, but I don't have much at all in my chart. Ocean, rivers, the bath. I even like doing the dishes. Very cool. So you're feeling naturally drawn to that. Cool. I love that. The whole adept thing is so interesting. Air, awesome. Thank you, Sora. And Karen. So I hope I'm saying your name right. I don't know if I'm supposed. Let me know if I'm saying it wrong. So, Karen says water. I connect with the ebb and flow. Nice. Joanna says fire. I love how it transmutes and cleanses. And Tammy says fire. I use it in diverse ways. Very, very nice. Good, everybody. Okay. Meredith says earth, stable and grounded. Yeah, those are I'm a lot like Sonia. I don't have very much earth in my chart, so I look for earthy people. So, and thank goodness Sonia is one of those people for me. Just one of those very grounded. I need that in my life. Mhm. Very nice. Thank you, everybody. Did I miss anyone? I hope everybody got in there. Okay. All righty. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen. Yes. Um, if I can remember how to do it. Okay. Okay. I'm going to move that. There we go. Okay. All right. Oh, now I can't see anybody. I want to see everybody. How are we doing? Can you see? Does it say I want to know whether or not I'm showing the presentation. Um, does everybody see that? It should say elemental empowerment with a image there. See it? Awesome. Perfect. Perfect. Great. Yay. If I'm not showing the slides, feel free to just stick that in the chat as well. Oh, look at the chat just showed up there. Good. Elemental empowerment with a picture. Perfect. I have no picture. Yeah, Joanna, you don't have any earth in your chart. Yeah, it's like help. I'm floating in the air. I was talking to my therapist about that. I was like, sometimes I feel like I'm just floating over here. And she just kind of was like, yeah, that's a very airy thing to say. So yeah. Welcome to Elemental Empowerment. First, we're going to talk about the elements, the modes, the polarities. So the elements, the modes, and the polarities are all the foundations in astrology. So this is a very ancient, nature-based practice that's rooted in the seasons. Astrology is. We have the 4 elements, the 3 modes, the 2 polarities, and which I do break down further in the upcoming coaching program that I'm going to be doing. But in Jungian psychology, the elements describe the way that you approach the world and you feel secure. So let me see if I can, messing. Sorry if this is distracting everybody. I just need to pick up my aha. There we go. All right. Oh, this is a quote from Kelly Surtees, who's one of my teachers as well. You need passion and action, fire to motivate and inspire you, practicality, earth to keep you grounded, logic and intellect, air to provide you with information and facts, and feelings and emotions, water to help you connect. And I know that I've been working a lot with and doing a lot of artwork lately, ton of artwork. Oh my gosh, my brain is, everything is just kind of like fried at this point. But yeah, these are all bits and pieces that go into the creative process. So it's really, really fun to explore that. Okay. So yeah, and so we already did that one. So here, I just wanted to do a little overview of the elements. So with the fire is linked to intuition, the earth is linked to sensation, the air is linked to thinking, and water is linked to feeling. There we go. So in interpretation, a planet is always first in an element. So you always want to consider, like, if your sun, like for example, we're going to be doing an activity where we look at the sun's placement and what element that's in. And so the sun is always first going to be the sun in the element. So like, for example, I'm Libra, which is an air sign. So the very first thing that I'm going to gravitate to is air. So yeah. So my sun is first in air. On the other hand, my moon is in fire. And so having those two, Aries, fire. Um, so having those two, the air and the fire dynamic in my chart, it's always an interesting sort of dynamic to have those two kind of uh, playing together. So the specific element tells what a planet needs and how it will manifest itself. Signs in the same element have the same orientation to the world. And I lost my little thing again. Oh, here we go. Great. Okay. So we're going to start off by talking about the earth element. All right, let me see. I want to make sure that I have everything up here. Great. Okay. So the earth element, this is, again, it's linked with the sensation type for with Jung. And you're probably familiar with the Myers-Briggs and that sort of thing. Sensation type is the S. And it's linked with the earth element, which perceives the material world the way it is. It feels secure in seeing, touching, and perceiving objects with the senses. It needs to it knows that everything is possible, or that everything possible is felt out and tested for its concrete value with the senses. Prefers to build a solid and practical basis for its future. It lives more in the here and now, and there's an excellent eye for the world of matter with the earth element. So next we're going to move on to air. So with the air element is linked to the thinking type, or the T in the Myers-Briggs, the Jungian psychology. It wants to comprehend what something is. It needs to connect facts in a logical way in order to understand them. And this is the mind of an abstract thinker. It needs to connect with other people in order to discuss things and to figure things out. It needs communication. So communication skills are really important for somebody with a heavy air element in their chart. And they're flexible in thought and speech. My dog is getting on my case right now. She wants me to let her out. I'll finish this though. And air needs to be rational and logical to feel secure in the world. So it needs to have like explanations for everything. And it loves the people who have a lot of air in their chart also love to explain themselves. You'll notice that they'll just kind of like over explain themselves sometimes. They might have also trouble with expressing their feelings, as these are absolutely irrational and they're not logical for them. Now I'm going to let my dog out. I'll be right back. Okay, so next we will move on to, I see somebody's in the chat. Yes. Okay, so Sonia says, my son is very air. Yeah, you're learning about it. Yeah, it's very airy. Yeah, it's fun. Let's see. So next is the fire element. So this is the intuitive type in Jungian psychology. With the intuition, this is a different type of intuition though than like the, intuitive, like I'm talking to, beings that are outside of here. This is more of oh, I know exactly what I need to do right now. And so it's like, if you're ever around fire people, they're just like clicking and they seem to be like buzzing and always like, they just seem to be very, very busy. And so, yeah, this is a different type of intuition. And there's always an unconscious knowing or inferring where a perceived object or a perceived something comes from, and how it will evolve further. There's not They're not so much interested in the material form. So if you have, the earth and fire, and earth and fire makeup, there'll be a little bit of a balancing act to do there. So they're not very much interested in the material form. And also I'm thinking about fire just like rolling through. If it's a roaring fire, it's just like rolling through, and it's not necessarily going to be like, hey, I respect you, mountain. Like it's going to be busting through that mountain, right? So it's not interested with that. In the quality, it's not interested in the qualities of an object either, but they instantly ask themselves, where does this thing come from, or what else can I do with it? It's very focused on possibilities, discovery, future, dynamic play. It dreams about all kinds of possibilities in the future. But on the path toward the future, they may easily change ideas when they discover new possibilities. Maybe not change course, but they might just get ideas. When we're talking about changing course, or somebody who has like sort of this like shifty sort of nature about them, we're going to be looking towards the modes. And so that's not something that we're going to talk about today. But I get into that with the program that I'm going to be talking about. But fire people need a lot of freedom and a lot of exploration. The world is a story of possibilities. Routine work is difficult. They need a challenge. And if you know a Sagittarius, you know this. Okay, so water element. The water element is linked with the feeling type. That would be the F, the INFJ, for the Jungian archetypes. And the water type experiences emotions, something that something calls forth. Their experience is based on a feeling, desire, or aversion. So they might go in and they might they will act, and they either accept or reject people, objects, and circumstances, all based on their feelings. They need to give a feeling value, give a feeling value to everything. So does it feel good, or does it not feel good? On a scale of 1 to 10, how does it feel? Is it pleasurable, or is it not pleasurable? Explaining why if they're explaining why, or asked to explain why they might feel bad about someone or something, they might need to call on the air parts of themselves in order to explain. But for the water element, it's not easy to explain. And and so, and with the water element, that's when the creativity process is very, very effective in terms of communication. They need to be able to communicate in some way, right? And through feeling, they can do that. And so in diving into the feelings in the art process, that really helps them to express their feelings, rather than putting any sort of words to them. They navigate the world based on their feelings, and this gives them a sense of security. And they need to be emotionally involved in order to be able to function. Depending on the atmosphere, they may or may not be open for communication. If not, they tend to hide to themselves. So, all right. So next, what I want to do is I'm going to show you a chart of Frida Kahlo. And I hope everybody can see this okay, but the reason why I like using, and I know that different people like using different types of programs to get their charts up, and I hope everybody has their charts, but the astro.com, astro.com has this style of chart where they have it's almost like color coded already. So you already know what type of element each of these are, even if you're not sure what these symbols mean. You know that green is going to correlate with the earth. Red is going to correlate with fire, blue with water, and yellow with air. And so Today, we're only going to be looking at 3 points in our charts. The first one is the sun, second one is the moon, and the third one is going to be the ascendant. And so in looking at Frida Kahlo's chart here, I have all of these little glyphs here. We're actually not going to be paying attention to any of these ones down here on the very, very bottom. This is actually for a totally different thing. We do get into it during the coaching program, but I'm not going to get into it today. It's just too much. But yeah, when we're looking at Frida Kahlo's sun, this little circle with the dot in it, I would love for everybody in the chat, just take a look at her chart, look and see. There on the edge, see if you can find her sun and tell me what water or what element it's in. Oh my goodness, I just okay, sorry, but go ahead and drop that in the chat if you want to. So okay, it is on the water element. I'll go ahead and we'll move on to something else. So thank you. Okay, somebody did it. Thank you, John. It is in the water element. Fantastic. So for this one, oh goodness, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna go back one. There we go. Okay, so for this one here, the sun, do you see where I'm pointing? I hope so. So here with the sun, this is where you would put like a little W or something for water. That would so it would tell you something about the quality of that sun. It's going to be a watery sun. Next, we're going to look at the moon. See if you can find the glyph of the moon in her chart. And this is going to be a really tricky one, but see if you can drop in the chat what element that her moon is in. It's a tricky one, right? It's like right on the cusp. Now I feel like I gotta Google it. Hold on, let me pull it up to see what degree it's at. Yeah, it's a toss up between earth and water. Do you guys want to know what it is? All right, so looking at it, oh, it's 29 degrees. 29 degrees of, Sonia might know. For those of you who are used to reading charts. Yeah, it's Taurus, it's Earth. Yep. So it's 29 degrees. It's at the very, very end of Taurus. So it's super close to Gemini. It's like almost a Gemini moon. I think if she was born probably like a half hour later, she'd probably be able to have a Gemini moon. But yes, this is a Taurus moon, and which is an Earth moon. So far she has got water and earth for her two main elements. Next, we're going to look at her ascendant. So the ascendant is here. It's on the very, very left-hand side of the chart. It says AC. What element is her ascendant in? Definitely. Yes. Fire, fire, fire. Yes, her ascendant is in fire. And now there's one more thing that we're going to look at, and that's the ascendant ruler. So the ascendant ruler, and I don't expect anybody to know rulers right now, so I'll just go ahead and tell you. The ascendant ruler for Frida Kahlo is, well, the ascendant is Leo, and Leo is ruled by the sun. And so that gives a little bit more weight to Frida's sun. So then what would you say is even although she's got earth and water and fire all represented in her chart. Those are her big three. What, which one do you think might have a little bit more weight to it? Fire, water, or earth? I see earth, I see water. Okay. Sonia, I would love for you to pop on and share why you think it would be water.
I was just following your directions. So you said, well, she's a Cancer sun, which is water. And then you said the ruler of her ascendant was the sun.
Mhm.
So for me, that'd be like a double then.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
the moon. Oh, I guess we did look at the moon ruler. But out of those three, it just looks important.
Yeah. That ascendant piece, it's like super, super, super. And thank you so much, Sonia. I'm like, she knows this. um, but yeah, so since that ascendant piece is really, really, really crucial. So we're always looking at the ruler of the ascendant to decide, like, okay, how much more should we how much more sorry. Okay, so whatever planet you have that's ruling your ascendant, wherever it sits, it actually is in the natal chart, there's going to be more of an emphasis on that element. So since her sun is in the earth or in the air or sorry, water element, it's located in the water element, then there's going to be a little bit more weight with the water element for her. And just thinking about Frida Kahlo as well, and her story and what she does. I one of the very first things I look at for her with the Leo ascendant is just her artwork and the way that she just kind of like embellishes and she's just so woo. So that's really fun to see. Um, but also that water element, she needed to have access to these like really deep feelings in order to create the work that she did. So I always love looking at her chart. Super fun. Is that also because across from Joanna's asking, is that also because across from it is a water element too, like a mirror, or is that just a coincidence? Are you looking at the across from the ascendant? Let me see. Let me know if that's Joanna, yeah, the ACDC. So the ACDC, yeah. So actually here, the ACDC line, the opposite of fire is air. Um, and so she's actually got air here on the other side. Um, yeah, and that's another thing we get into. That's a polarity. And yeah, we get more into that in the oh sorry. There we go. We get into that a lot more in the program as well. So now I want to invite you to do your elemental makeup. And feel free, if you're not sure what planet rules your ascendant, I want you to drop your sun, moon, and your ascendant elements, and then consider your ascendant ruler. And if you're not sure what your ascendant ruler is, then just let me know. Um, if you can if you're having a hard time with the symbols, just let me know like what it looks like or something, and then I can let you know what the ruler is, and then we can take a look at where your ruler is in order to determine what element that also corresponds with. Yeah, Joanna, cool. Awesome. Karen, Sag, Gemini. So it sounds like Sun, Sag, Moon, Sag, Gemini for ascendant. Is that right, Karen?
Yes, that's right.
Awesome. Cool, cool. So yeah, so for you, the ascendant would be ruled by Mercury. So Mercury looks like this guy right over here. So see if you can find that one, because that's going to be an important one for you. Sonia, I don't need to help you. You know what you're doing. Joanna, awesome. Gemini sun, Cancer moon. Very cool. Virgo rising, super cool. Where's your Mercury? Let's see. Kathy, you've got Capricorn sun, Aries moon. Hey, sister. Okay. And Sag. Oh, yeah, I see that. So the Sag ascendant. So where is Jupiter? Jupiter looks like this guy here. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here, but yeah, it's the one that looks like a 4. Tammy says Scorpio sun, Aquarius moon, Leo ascendant. So Leo is ruled by the sun. So that puts even more water in your chart, Tammy. Sonia, Mercury ruling the AC in Virgo. So sun plus earth plus earth. Yeah, I know. I love looking at your chart. I'm like, oh, she's like such an earthy friend. I love my earthy friends. Like anybody who's got like Capricorn, I'm like, please teach me things. Same thing with Virgos and Tauruses. I've been working a lot with Taurus energy. Super fun. Awesome. Okay, so Taurus, that was a Mercury in Taurus, right? Kathy, wait, hold on. Um, okay, so yeah, that was a Jupiter. Okay, I can't remember things. So Kathy, that was a Jupiter in Taurus. So that's even more Earth for you. Meredith says Taurus sun, double Scorpio, moon and rising. Woo, love it. That is a very fixed chart. Wow. Ruler of Scorpio is Mars. Yes. Which is in Cancer. Ooh, that is a very interesting. Mars and Cancer, fascinating to me. Wow, that is cool, 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 cool. So that is watery, very watery, Meredith. Joanna, Mercury's in Gemini, same as my sun. Ooh, that is a very strong Mercury. Awesome, Joanna. Mercury is in Sag. Very cool. So more fire. Awesome. Gonna give us a couple more minutes. Libra sun, awesome. Air. And Taurus moon, that's Earth. Very cool. How about your ascendant? Sir, okay. Let me know. Awesome. Okay, so Karen says Sun, Moon, Mercury, all in Sag. Wow. That's a lot of Sag. I love my Sag people. I'm like, teach me things. Super cool. So fun. Awesome. So we kind of have our ascendant is Aquarius or right on. So that would be Saturn. You're going to be looking at Saturn. It's going to be the one that looks like a H with a cross on it. Wow, Aquarius ascendants are super fun too. They're very interesting. So now as we're finishing up with this, I want you to write down, just take a journal or piece of paper or something. I want you to write down any situation, just one situation where you've experienced the dominant element where you feel like it might have influenced your reactions or your decisions. Just can be recently, can be in the past, whichever. And you can feel free to share. You don't have to share. It can be something that, if it's sensitive, of course, I wouldn't request somebody to, oh, Meredith, empath. Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, especially with all of that Scorpio. Uh-huh. And the Cancer. Yeah, there's a lot of empathy with water that comes with water. Very nice. Have all the feelings. I totally get that. That's rough. Yeah, it's a lot. But also the feelings are great. Sonia says, dominant earth still in my hometown, hiking in the woods. Yeah, I feel like um, my next door neighbor is very, very Capricorn, and she talks to plants, like seriously talks to plants, like all day long. The woman talks to plants. It's fascinating. She's amazing. She can like look at a plant from really, really far away, or she can just like sense that plant from really far away and know what it needs. It's so fascinating to me. I'm like, what? I kill plants, and she keeps giving me plants, and I'm like, please stop. I'm gonna kill them all. Karen says, every day I look for the possibilities. Ooh, that sounds very okay. I can't remember if it's like really fiery, but that sounds very fiery, Karen. Uh-huh. Good. Oh, that's so awesome. I love it. So fun. Super cool. We are going to do art next. So you might want to grab those things. Yeah, finishing up with the chat here. I'll give us another minute or so to drop things in if you want to share. And if you're finished with sharing, then go ahead and start making your way to collecting some items or whatever it is that you want to create with. Again, I'm not leading a like, this is how you're going to do this art activity. It's going to be your personal expression. It's all about that. Sonia says, oh my gosh, when I'm anxious or distressed, I walk uphill outdoors. Wow, that is so Capricorn. I can't even think of anything more Capricorn. It's like, I must make it to the top of this hill. So awesome. I love it. So cool. So fun. Cool. All right. So grab my notes here. I'm going to minimize everything. I've got so many things all over my desktop that I'm like, where are things when I need them? Okay, so here we go. Here's your art directive. Giving you an art directive. So here's your activity. It is called Elemental Creativity Canvas. Is everybody ready? So we're going to be moving into our creative expression piece. We're going to begin with a brief meditation first. Oh no. Okay, so actually I'm going to stop this share for a second. That way we can just do this meditation. Feel free to just close your eyes, or you don't have to close your eyes. You can just kind of have them down, like angled down at wherever it is you're sitting. Place both of your feet on the floor. That's definitely going to help. Hands in your lap or wherever you would like them to be. Just notice where you are. Just notice where you're sitting. Take a deep, deep breath. Let it fall out. So begin by taking a few deep breaths, inhaling slowly through your nose, exhaling gently through your mouth. With each breath, allow yourself to relax and let go of any tension that you may be holding on to. Now, imagine yourself surrounded by the element of earth. Feel the solidity and the stability of the earth beneath you, supporting you with its strength. Sense the grounding energy that connects you deeply to the earth's core. And just allow yourself to sink into that, to experience all of that stability. Shift your awareness to the element of water and visualize a gentle stream or a tranquil ocean. Feel the fluidity and grace of water as it flows effortlessly, washing away any stress or any worries. And allow yourself to just bathe in that water. Allow it to nourish you. Next, bring your attention to the element of air. Envision a soft breeze brushing against your skin, carrying with it freshness and clarity. Feel the lightness and the freedom of air as it fills your lungs with each breath. And just notice what you notice in your body. And finally, focus on the element of fire. Picture a warm, flickering flame in front of you. Sense the heat and energy radiating from the fire, igniting your passion and your creativity. Now take a few moments to experience the presence of each element in your body. See if you can connect with all of them at once. Notice any sensations, emotions, or images that arise as you connect with earth, water, air, and fire. And slowly bring your awareness back to the present moment. Take a deep breath in. You can wiggle your toes and your fingers. You can shake your shoulders if you want to. And gently open your eyes. Take a moment to come back. And just take a moment to reflect on your experience. And when I also invite you to just jot down in your journal or on a piece of paper, or even you can just draw a quick sketch, just to kind of allow whatever wants to come out to come out. Just realized I was muted. Okay, here we go. All right, so for this activity, you're going to create a visual. You can create a dance. You can do a written piece or any other mode of expression that captivates the energy of your dominant element. This could take the form of, again, drawing, a poem, a short story, whatever medium resonates with you. And throughout the process, I want you to remember to notice how each of the elements plays a role in your creative expression. So you're going to be doing a couple of things. The first one is you're going to be connecting with that dominant element. And if there's not one, you can just pick one that you feel is dominant for you. I know that some people are like, I don't know, I had all four represented. And that's okay. Whichever one seems to be the juiciest for you right now. You want to be working with that. That's fine too. And also, as you're working through the creative process, notice what sparked the creativity process. What emotions are you feeling? What thoughts come into your mind? And how are you putting this into form? So, all right. And then we'll come back and we'll discuss it. I'm going to give you a half hour to create. Sound good? A lot of time. All right, so stop that share, and I'm gonna feel free to turn off your camera. You can have it on. I'm gonna be here. Feel free to ask questions if you need to ask questions. And you can drop in the chat right now. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen once more. Okay, I'm not muted. Good. Okay, so all right, in the chat, you can share creations if you want to share them. If you don't feel like you want to share yours, that's just fine. But what I would like you to do is just contemplate for a minute. You don't need to drop it in the chat, actually. Just think about how this whole creation process made you feel. Engaging that watery element. And do you see any connections between your dominant element and your creative preferences or your style? Maybe if you're a fiery person, you worked with wood burning, because I know that there are people that do that. Yeah. Just think about that for a moment. Allow yourself to, I'm gonna go ahead and just copy these and drop them in the chat as well. I can pull the chat up. Actually, I'm gonna have to stop the share in order to pull up the chat. Oh, there we go. Found it. Great. Here we go. It's not letting me do it to anyone. It's really weird. Okay. Right. There. I'll just direct message it to people because it's not letting me pull up everybody. It's so weird. Ah, there we go. Everyone in the meeting. Haha. It didn't give me that option before, but now it did. Yeah, just how did it make you feel? Do you see any connections between your dominant element and your creative preferences or styles? And feel free to share whichever you would like to share. I am very curious about your dominant element and your creative preferences or styles. Like I know that one of my trainer for the Nia technique here, she's here in Santa Fe. She is very, very sad. She comes from a very, very fiery family, and I've never seen so many movers in my life. They just want to move constantly. So, but yeah, it's really fun. So yeah, what did you choose to do? Which element were you connecting with? I know that I've been working on a project that has 20 different pieces, all part of one giant thing, all part of one giant piece. And it's been very extremely grounding for me. It's working with wood. So but I'm not burning it. And I've been also working with the Taurus energy, which is just delicious and amazing and very, very grounding. And so yeah, I've been able to put a lot of my ideas into this project, and it's been a lot of fun. And so that's how it's been working for me. So yeah, I'm curious, what materials have you been using? And if anybody would love to share, I would love to see. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and stop this share, and I want to see if anybody would like to share their piece. Please share. Yes, Karen.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Karen.
Hi. This is, I don't know if that's my picture.
Oh, I love it.
And I wrote something, it says, for me, I can see when I look at the tree, all of the answers are there with possibility. Even though there are mountains to climb, the sun always shines. Life is like the ocean's wave, ebb and flow, while I watch the flowers grow.
Mm. That is beautiful. So you wrote the poem and you did the artwork and you
Yes,
engaged like all of the elements. It sounds like just about.
yes.
Were they all
Sag, sag, sag.
love it? Sad. And the earth there too. I could hear the earth there as well.
Yes, because I think it from my perspective with the intuitiveness, it's all of it.
Yeah.
All of it is one for me.
Ooh, oh, I dig that. I dig that, and it sounds so very sad.
Thank you for letting me share.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. Yay. This is great. Would anybody else like to share? Kathy's like, no. Totally fine. I'm not going to make people share. Um, yeah. Okay, cool. So this is your last chance. I'm gonna drop, let's see, I love to buy. So Sora says, I love to buy dying plants from Lowe's and bring them back. That is like, wow. Okay, so she loves to to buy dying plants from Lowe's and bring them back to life. So I had these aloes and repotted them in glass pots. That is an amazing creative project, seriously. That's so beautiful. I love that. That is so very earthy, very grounding, very beautiful. Awesome. I'm thinking also it's very like in the sense that you had that spark to take those dying plants and put them into a new home and give them something new. Oh my gosh, that's just so amazing. I can hear the fire there as well. Very cool. Yeah, and you can share in the chat as well. That sounds good. I'll give you another minute or so. Sonia said, I brought pencils to draw with, but instead made a lava. Ooh, I love this. Made a lava and flame collage with Canva in the meditation. I realized I'm really missing fire in my life and passion and energy. Oh my gosh, super cool. I love that you had that insight with the meditation. Super fun. I also wonder too if like Sonia, you might be like feeling the Aries energy right now. Super fiery. It's the very beginning of I just think it's so funny. Like Aries being the very first zodiac sign is like spark, like let's get this year going. Let's do this. I am emerging. I am coming out. So that's really, really cool. Very fun. Cool. Go ahead and I'll share once again. There we go. So we had our art directive, did that. I need to find where the rest of my stuff is here. I am lost. Okay, hold on. Aha, found them. My notes. There we go. Aha. I was going to do something with that, but we're not going to do anything with that. Okay, so I just wanted to go over some of the so the emotional empowerment strategies. So here they are. This is almost like an emotional element map, but yeah, I want to invite you, while I'm going through this, take out your notebook, take out a piece of paper. You can draw, you can art, you can do whatever speaks to you right now, and reflect how your dominant element can both challenge and support your emotional empowerment. So first I'm going to start with the earth, and then we'll go through all of the signs. So earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The emotional empowerment strategy. First, grounding techniques. Grounding techniques are amazing for connecting to earth energy. So if you need any earth energy, if you're feeling like you're floating, like you're a very airy person and you need to come back down to the ground, grounding techniques can be really, really helpful. And for those who want to just connect with their own earth, and if you're very earth dominant, these are some things that are going to engage this as well for you. So engage in grounding activities that connect you physically and emotionally to the earth. Practices like gardening or doing things like Sonia does, like walking up hills. She walks up hills, not down them. She just walks up. So she's embodying the Capricorn energy there. But yeah, practices like gardening, walking barefoot in the grass, meditation, focusing on your body awareness, that can help you to stabilize and calm your mind. Your body is very much tied in with the earth element. So yeah, if you're doing any sort of like body practices, that's going to get you into earth. And practical planning. Let's see here. Let me see. I walk up until I'm exhausted and I stroll back down. That's the way to do it. Nice. It's like, I'll walk up. It's nice to not, it's good that you're not walking down and then having to come back up, because then you're going to be like, no. Practical planning. Use the earth element's natural inclination for planning and stability to manage stress, break down overwhelming tasks into manageable steps, and establish a routine that supports your well-being. Yeah, I was going to get into planets there, but I don't want to go off on a tangent. So material comforts. Find comfort in the physical world. Comfort food is a very Taurus thing. Create a soothing, nurturing environment in your living and workspaces with comfortable seating, calming colors, natural elements, that sort of thing. So then we're gonna move on to the air element. So the air element, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. My air people, my fellow air people. Emotional empowerment strategy is number one, mindful communication. So remember how air is very, very interested in communication. Maybe earth tones in the house of, I like that. So Sonia suggested, going back to the earth element really quick, maybe earth tones in the house or the office. Very, very nice. Yes, that's going to be very grounding as well. Perfect. So mindful communication is very important for the air element. Harness the power of air for effective communication, both with others and within your internal dialogue. Practice active listening and mindful speaking, since these are communication skills that we all need to build, right? Practice active listening, mindful speaking to reduce misunderstandings and conflicts. Intellectual stimulation is really important for the earth element or the air element. Engage your mind in activities that stimulate thought and creativity, puzzles, reading, learning new skills, playing games on your phone. That is super, like, technology is the air element as well. So a very Aquarian thing as well. Puzzles, reading, learning new skills can provide a constructive outlet for stress and improve mental clarity. Breathwork exercises are also connected to the air element. Just think about it. Breath is air. And so you're letting in the air and you're letting it out. So utilize breathing techniques to balance your mental state. Techniques like pranayama or simple deep breathing exercises can help clear your mind and reduce anxiety. Like doing that box breath. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that, but it's kind of like you take a deep breath in for 4 counts, and then you hold it for 4 counts, and then you let it out for 4 counts, and then you hold it for 4 counts, and you just keep doing that. And it's a super calming way to reduce anxiety. And I know that a lot of the earth or the air element is afflicted with anxiety. There's a lot of anxiety there. Social anxiety, go figure, social people. Yeah. So moving on to the fire element. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, the emotional empowerment strategy. The first one is energizing activities like moving your body. Involve yourself in activities that increase your energy and your passion. Physical exercise, dance, or any activity that raises your heart rate can ignite your inner fire and improve your mood. Even if you're, say, air dominant or earth dominant, engaging in energizing activities is going to get your fire element going. So if you're feeling like depressed or sluggish, or like there might be a little bit too much earth element at play in your life, shift your attention then to some fiery activities. Or like do like Sonia does and just walk up hills. Yeah, Sonia, thank you, Sonia. Let me see here. Expressive outlets. Channel the fire element's dynamic energy into creative or expressive outlets like painting or music, or any form of artistic expression that can those can all serve as powerful tools for emotional release and empowerment. And then positive affirmations are awesome as well. It's almost like you're putting the fire element and the air element together in order to make your thoughts more positive. I love that positivity. Like you did, it was you, Karen, right? The positivity, like you start every day just thinking about positive things, and that's a very fiery thing to do. So use the confidence of fire signs to bolster your self-esteem with positive affirmations. Focus on your strengths and your achievements to build resilience against stress. Next, we have the water element. So for this one, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, it's the emotional empowerment strategy is, the first one is emotional reflection. So engage in introspective practices like journaling or meditation or therapy, or therapy is going to allow you to investigate that emotional watery realm, internal watery realm, to navigate the water element's deep emotional currents. Understanding your emotional triggers and patterns can lead to greater emotional stability. Nurturing your relationships is very, very important. Nurturing is related to the moon. The moon rules over Cancer. So nurturing is a very watery thing to do. Nurturing your relationships, foster close, trusting relationships where you can express your feelings openly and receive emotional support. The empathetic nature of water signs can be healing, and they can be comforting as well. Relaxation and self-care. So practice activities that promote relaxation and emotional replenishment. Take baths. You can use bath salts if you want to like bring in some of the earth element as well. You can take some crystals, put them in your bath if you want to make it a super earthy bath. Mindfulness, meditation, listening to soothing music can help manage stress and to enhance well-being. So by integrating these strategies into your daily life, you can harness the unique strengths of each astrological element to achieve emotional empowerment, to manage stress, and to nurture your overall well-being. So let's see here. Are we moving on to something else? Okay, almost. So focus on one emotional strength and one area for growth that's related to your dominant element. Just think about that. You can, and I'm going to invite you to write that down as well, or art with it for a second, maybe a minute. Yeah, it's one emotional strength and one area of growth that's related to your dominant element. If you would like to, if you feel so inclined, feel free to drop that in the chat as well. And you know, it doesn't have to be an emotional strength. It can be just a general strength. Like I think Sonia's got really strong legs since she's been walking up hills. So I want to give an example for the air element. As a Libra, as a Libra, I know that one of my strengths is definitely going to be in communicating with other people and attempting to understand where they're coming from. I feel like that's one of my greatest strengths, but at the same time, I know that one of my greatest pitfalls is thinking that I need to do everything that everybody else wants me to do. So, and for that, there's a whole polarity that I need to look at, which is Aries. That's the polar opposite of Libra. And if I engage the Aries part of me, then that will help me to navigate relationships in a much healthier way with boundaries. And so, yeah, that's just something that, yeah, I want to invite you to do, to consider. So for Sonia, she said, connecting with forest animals. Love that. Yes. Yeah, I know. Sonia talks a lot about being able to connect with birds and things like that. And I'm like, wow, this is super, super cool. Karen, love is my strength. Moving past fear is my challenge. That's so beautiful. Yeah, moving past fear. Wow. Burn it. Burn that fear. Torch it. Put it on fire. I love it. Yay. Yeah. Give you another minute or so to just share whatever it is that you'd like to share. I think that might be just about it. Great. Okay, so we're going to move on then. And I'm going to talk about the upcoming program that I'm going to be offering. So, all right. So as we've explored today in the workshop, the elemental energies within us offer a glimpse into the profound insights astrology can provide. This experience is just the beginning. We're setting the foundation for a deeper, more transformative journey. So I'm offering a 6-week program. It's called The Elements Within. It's harmonizing your life through nature and astrology. And it's designed to be that next step where the explorations from today can unfold into a comprehensive exploration of your astrological landscape. So We're going to take a 6-week journey where we not only dive deeper into the elements, but we also uncover the nuances of the modes. We talk about the polarities. We talk about, oh, if I have like a Libra problem, how am I going to solve that? Enhancing your understanding and your connection to your astrological blueprint. This program is your opportunity to be a part of a pioneering group. I've never offered this before, so this is going to be a fun thing to do. The program is your opportunity to be a part of a pioneering group, embarking on a path of discovery and transformation together. And what makes the elements within unique is its holistic approach. We extend the conversation from today's workshop into art directives that encourage deeper reflection, a supportive community. We're going to either use a Facebook group, haven't decided. Again, this is a pioneering group, so we're gonna decide together how we would like to share our what's happening within us with a group that's going to be supportive. And role-playing exercises, we're going to do some astro drama. I'm really excited about that. And we're going to be bringing astrological concepts to life. This is an immersive experience. It ensures that the knowledge becomes an integral part of your daily life, guiding you toward greater harmony and self-awareness. The investment for this transformative journey is $197, which can be divided into 2 payments for your convenience. Plus, if you sign up before April 1st, you'll receive an exclusive bonus, which is a 30-minute one-on-one session with me to explore your chart's unique traits, helping you kickstart your journey with personalized insights. Joining the elements within is not just about learning astrology, but it's also about integrating these powerful insights into your life, offering a roadmap to deeper self-understanding. I know that I am a self-discovery junkie, and so it's like anything, I just eat it up. And emotional balance. So as we pioneer this program together, your experiences and insights will shape our journey, creating a rich tapestry of collective growth and personal transformation. So the link is there. I'm also going to drop it in the chat if you're interested in taking a look at it. But I'm also going to be sending out more information via email. So let me grab that link if I can find it. All right, here we go. All righty. Okay. All right. So, and we're just about at the close. So I want to open the floor for questions. Yeah. So yeah, I'm really excited about this upcoming offering. I'm super excited though that everybody came here today and that I was able to be with you throughout this journey.